So I wanted to talk about, healing your blocks in your twin flame union. And one of the things that I see people do is they will treat their twin flame as like a soulmate or any other kind of partner. Now, I truly believe that everyone is a mirror for you to recognize where you're choosing to value yourself, and people will show up and honor you in the way that you're honoring yourself, right? But as you continue to deepen your self-love and your self-respect, you will witness and experience people really valuing you on a whole nother level. And this is true in all regards, but your twin flame is your divine mirror, which means they're more than just your soulmate and your partner. And I say soulmate because it's that, what we typically think of, the one person who's like designed and created for you. And some people consider that your soulmate, and some people consider that your twin flame. So it's kind of one and the same. And nowadays in the twin flame community, people who talk about soulmate, they're actually talking about like a karmic experience where you're just having to learn something so that you can go to your twin flame union and come into harmony with all of yourself. And so that's what I mean when I say soulmate. But anyway, your twin flame, you share a consciousness with your true divine partner. Because you share a consciousness, they will reflect back to you how you treat yourself, how you respect yourself, how you show up for yourself or don't show up for yourself, whether you've healed your inner child or not. They will reflect back to you what you have healed, or also what you have not healed. And sometimes that can be a tough pill to swallow. So it's really about recognizing your twin flame is there to teach you how to love yourself, because you're not gonna come into union with your twin, or if you do, it may not be super loving until you actually create a deep peace in your life. And this is something that I had no understanding of what peace looked and felt like. I was just really numb initially on this journey. And so it's a process of self-actualization and self-awareness and self-love, but also helping the nervous system to like calm down and relax and reset is a really big part of the journey. But my point is that oftentimes I'll see people who really want their union, but maybe their twin flame is reflecting some negative habits, or reflecting some really negative patterns in their relationship. And so it's like the relationship is almost unbearable, or they're maybe with another person, or just not around and showing you the love that you actually deserve, right? Because we all deserve love, which is why you have a twin flame in the first place. It's why you're created with one. And I believe that we're all created as a twin flame, just not everybody has the awareness that they have a twin flame. So excuse me. But so with that being said, is like people want their twin flame to show up like another person. Well, I'm treating him like that, so he should treat me like this. And it doesn't quite work that way, right? Your twin flame will reflect the love that you give yourself. So the self-love that you embody. And I want to go deeper in this topic because it's like training for Mount Everest, right? Your union is training for Mount Everest. So the people who get to Mount Everest, they've been probably an athlete their whole life, and they've been training for Mount Everest. They just may not have had that idea as a child, but they've been training for it likely their whole life. And then they end up at the summit of Mount Everest. They're probably in the best shape of their life. They've been training for months, if not years. They have particular equipment. They can afford to be there. They can, right? All the things that you might need on a journey that intense, right? And so your twin flame union is similar like that as well. So you may have done a ton of of work on yourself, but all of that work got you right here, right now. And so you can take pause and you can rest and be like, yes, I made it to this point in my life. But in order to heal your union, it's not about, well, he should treat me this way because I'm, that whole back and forth thing, because that's very much conditional love. We've got to really love our partners unconditionally through what they're showing us our blocks are. And so it's really not about them. It's about you learning to really love and honor yourself, whether they show up or not. And you will heal your union if you heal the blocks to it. But it's important to note that we know you've done a lot of growth work to get on this journey, but there's just more work to do to heal the union. And so it's safe to let go of your expectation and how you experience love before, because this is a new chapter. It's like we're turning the page and we're on to another chapter, maybe even a whole nother book, right? So that's what I would just remind you, that you're in a whole nother environment, a whole nother world of training for your divine life, which means you need a really solid foundation. So you need a solid financial foundation, you need a solid self-love foundation, and you need to be around people who support and love you. Is going to be really, really key in having a successful, harmonious union. And it can absolutely help you develop and create that. And it's about coming into a deep peace. And it's not something that you can fake or just like convince yourself that you're in deep peace. Your upsets will surface. And so if you're choosing to heal, your upsets will surface. I know for me, it's like when I'm on the phone with customer service and they're helping me, but I'm waiting. And I'm like, why does this take so long? So my anger will surface, and then I feel through it and I allow it, and then I release it. And so it's important to have these kinds of tools so you don't stay in the upset and you recognize, I have stuff coming up for release, right? It's not there to keep you stuck. It's there to help you move through it, moving through your feelings. And wishing you all the best. I'm here to support you. Feel free to ask any questions. Be happy to answer some things. And go from there. Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.